We interrupt this transmission to bring you the following live broadcast.
How's everyone doing tonight? Woo! It's Wednesday. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. With
John
ready in his chair. And almost 10 whole people watching from home. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's time for the ThinkSoJoE Show!
Yes, indeed, it is time for the ThinkSoJoE Show. Wow, we are hitting really hot on the...
Oh, yeah.
That is loud. Okay, we're going to turn us down a little bit. Say hello to Axel Coes over here.
What's up?
Anyway. Yeah, big show for us coming up on Friday, and we're going to play a bunch of the bands. I'm turning us down a little more. We're pretty loud today. I'm going to play some of the bands that are going to be on the show on Friday night. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be killer. I can't wait, man.
Me either.
Get to go hang out with all my friends. Hopefully you'll be off crutches.
Hopefully,
and then we don't got to carry your gear, or I don't got to make you use my new electronic set that's coming tomorrow.
Find out tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow. You know, it's gonna be a good party, man. Good party. You know, we're no strangers to parties.
No, we're not.
You know the party rules, and so do I. Anyway, so big anniversary, a big day in music history today. If you didn't know, today is not only the 35th anniversary of the U.S. release of Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up." Today is also the anniversary of Madonna's first album, Metallica's "Ride the Lightning." What else? Prince's Purple Rain movie.
Purple Rain.
The Simpsons movie, which featured Green Day, that's 15 years old today. It's a big day in music history. On this day in history, Paul Young went to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 with a cover of Hall & Oates' "Every Time You Go Away." On this day in history, the Spice Girls went to #1 in the UK with "Wannabe." It is a big day in music history. And, our thumbnail this week with me in the Rick Astley video pays tribute to that. Big day in music history. And I haven't listened to a damn one of those things today. I have the Purple Rain soundtrack. I have Ride the Lightning. I have Whenever You Need Somebody. I have, the only one I don't have is the Madonna and the Spice Girls. Brian had the Spice Girls. There was one copy, and Brian got to it before I did. Which is also true of the Spin Doctors. So if anybody's got a copy of the Spin Doctors record, please let me know. I'm looking for one. Also the Spice Girls. I'll take the Spice Girls. You know, my old band, we did a New Year's Eve show one night, and for whatever reason, I don't remember why, we had a copy of the Spice Girls' Greatest Hits on CD. And we all signed it, and we just threw it out to the crowd during our set.
I would not picture Brian having a Spice Girls album.
He did. He absolutely did.
I would not picture that.
I was with him when he bought it, and I was jealous. I wanted it, man. Spice Girls are killer. Where the hell is everybody? There's nobody in the chat. What's going on? It's too quiet.
Laura, where are you?
Yeah.
Laura, come on.
I wanted to share with everybody what happened because last week we had our good friend Sam here, Wasted Reject. We had him here, and he turned 25 a couple of days later.
Yes.
He sent me did he send you a picture of his cake?
Yeah.
His cake said, "Happy birthday, random guy in the back." But yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah. No, I don't know where everybody is. Everybody's quiet today, or just not here. Maybe everybody got busy.
They got sick of us.
Maybe it's entirely. They're like, oh, Sam's not there. The random guy in the back's not there. Fuck that show. John Johnson texted me earlier this week, said he got his shirt.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, he messaged me too.
Said he's gonna send it our way and thanked us for we're gonna sign it for him. So if you guys want any of our merch, whether it be ThinkSoJoE Show or Ask John or, even Living Braindead merchandise at shop.livingbraindead.com. We will gladly sign it for you and send it right back to you. Especially the pro-choice as fuck t-shirt. There was a huge discussion on my Facebook yesterday surrounding those pro-choice as fuck t-shirts. Oh yeah. Huh? Bad? It was a guy who was like, how could you say you're pro-choice? You're pro-abortion. Like, no, we're pro-choice. We're advocating for the National Network of Abortion Funds because they help women who make the choice to get to have abortions find safe and legal abortions. And, well, there's no such thing as a safe abortion because either way, somebody's getting murdered. Like, no, dude, no. That's not how that works. And just literally, this went for like 100 comments, just back and forth. It was me and him at first, and then that Uber driver. You remember we got the Uber driver? She said she bought our shirt. Yeah. She jumped into that conversation and started arguing with him, and then a few other women jumped in and were like, "Dude, women have it's not your fucking business what a woman does."
To set a bad example, making no shirts, like people, like. What the fuck?
His main argument wasn't necessarily that we. I mean, it did come to a point of like, we, of like, oh, abortion is murder, blah blah blah, right? But his initial point was the charity that we are associating with and donating the money. We've donated $200, by the way, so far to the National Network of Abortion Funds. Now, his issue was he went to the website. He saw that they don't do any kind of counseling or anything like that, which is not the point of the organization. The point of the organization is to help women who have made that choice find, doctors who are able to do the procedure safely. But then it turned into like, well, abortion is murder. And then he sent us videos of like, former abortion doctor testimony in front of Supreme Court. Like, like this is how we perform a CNE, second trimester abortion. And it's like, he's like, if you could watch this video and still not think you're murdering babies, I'm like, dude, no. He literally said the only reason he stopped doing abortions is because his daughter got hit by a car and he couldn't do them without picturing her. Like, I have a daughter. If something were to happen and she wanted, for any reason, and not just out of convenience, like this guy said, most abortions are just out of convenience of not having the kid. Not true at all. But like, if my daughter, for whatever reason, needed to get an abortion or wanted to get an abortion, I want her to have safe and legal access. I don't want her to be sitting in a room with a coat hanger, like trying to figure out how to do this herself. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's an important medical procedure, and we need to make sure that women have access to it. And that is exactly why we partnered with National Network of Abortion Funds as our charity of choice for our pro-choice as fuck t-shirts. If you don't support that, don't buy a fucking t-shirt. That's all there is to it. Just like, if you don't think there's enough wrong with this country where you think that we are in distress and need to fly our flag upside down, don't buy this t-shirt. But, all of us have one. I've got one. If you didn't like Bob Saget, don't buy a Bob Saget t-shirt. Bob Saget. If any punks are listening, I'm sorry. I just made you drink like 3 times.
Bob Saget, one more time.
Oh, he's just being malicious now.
It's the jungle, baby.
Yeah, he's trying to avoid those Axl Rose comparisons so much. He's like, we're in the jungle.
You guys set me up for this. I'm gonna be that guy now.
So it seems like people are listening. They are just multitasking while they're listening and not necessarily jumping in the chat, which I knew Kirsten was going to do. She had texted me earlier about if she could cast the audio from Twitch or Facebook or whatever into her home devices though, and then I told her she could just tell her smart devices to play all WNY radio on TuneIn, and that she could listen to the radio broadcast of this. And so she's going to jump in. What kind of treasures does Joe have in his pocket? Same stuff as usual. I don't think there's anything more. I got a pen and a marker. And then on the other side, I got, for some reason, I have my keys. And I do not have earplugs in my keys right now, so I'm going to actually do that right now because they are right here. I got 2 sets right here. I'm going to put a set of earplugs in my pocket, in my keys right now, so that way I can have them for Friday.
I'll make sure you have them in before I start drumming.
Please.
I won't be an asshole
I
anymore.
literally need to hear to be able to
I love
work.
doing that to him.
Yeah, you do. I literally need to be able to hear to work, so I greatly appreciate if you would wait till I put some damn earplugs in before you start drumming. So Friday we're up at 6:15.
Yes, we are.
Which Karina will tell you again later when we play her message. So we're playing at 6:15 right after Lead Uke, which is a Magic Tones cover band, from what I'm told. So no spatulas. I'm told they do not go with the full spatula experience of the Magic Tones. So it'd be interesting to see Lead Uke, even though the Magic Tones are technically still on the flyer, because I was just like, I don't know what a Lead Uke is. I'm not changing it. It's staying. But either way, Magic Tones were a fantastic band, so I'm sure Lead Uke is just as good. Then you got us, and then Jaynie Crash and the Tall Men we're playing today. We got Turkey Blaster Omega we're playing today. We got Yellow Sauce, of course. Leland's in the chat right now with us. And I just, spoiler alert, I just finished recording my parts for a new, am I allowed to say? I don't even know. I just finished recording some stuff this morning. And then we got Kaiser Solzie is closing out the night, and we're playing him later on today too. So, okay. So I just finished recording my parts for the new Yellow Sauce album. So hopefully we'll have an announcement on that soon. But yeah, I got something in my teeth, man. It's bugging me. There we go. I got it. It's gone. Anyway, I had some Subway before the show. I kind of woke up. I'm like, all right, I need to order some cat food. And I need some people food. And like the place I usually order from on Wednesdays, they're closed for some reason. So I'm just like, all right, I'll just order a Subway sub. Out of the pockets and into the teeth. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. But yeah, no, that's the usual stuff I have in my pockets. So is the pen and the marker and the keys, and sometimes there's a Sharpie in there. Sometimes there's cash. There's no cash today. I mean, there is in my wallet, but that's in my back pocket, and I'm not standing up to get my wallet out. I got John a present.
Oh yeah.
I was watching one of my favorite YouTube channels the other day, the Professor of Rock, and he was interviewing Blue Oyster Cult, and they were talking about the Saturday Night Live More Cowbell sketch, and they cut to a B-roll shot, and I see a More Cowbell Funko Pop, and I'm like, John needs that. And I paid a little more than I would usually pay for a Funko Pop for it, but it was like, nah, John needs this. Buying it.
So I added a cowbell to my drum set.
You did. And we're in Guitar Center. You're just like, yeah, more cowbell. I got a fever.
Why not?
And the only prescription is more cowbell. Hey, here's a question for people who fly and take medicine. How do you bring medicine on an airplane? Can you just throw that in like a bottle and just bring it? Or like, what's the deal? I don't know. Because like, we've got an airplane to catch early Saturday morning.
I brought my medication before in a plane.
Okay.
Jeff.
So how did you carry it?
It was sealed, so it had my name on it.
Okay.
Description.
You gotta put it
if it doesn't have your name on it, I don't think they're gonna let you.
Okay.
But I can ask Jeff. You know.
I'll just look it up.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Right.
Leland says I got to put it in a balloon and... yeah, I know where that was going. But, yeah, no. I mean, it's nothing super important that I absolutely have to take, but, like, you know, it would be nice to be able to have it and take it because I'm trying to keep up on taking it. So, you know, it's not like a prescription or anything. So it's like,
Oh.
yeah, you know, what are you going to, it's, you know, vitamins, basically. But anyway, just a thought, random thought. But yeah, we're gonna be in Nashville in a few days.
Yes.
It's supposed to be
Nashville.
We're going to an open air stadium, and it's supposed to be thunderstorms.
Wonderful.
So that means we should probably buy some like ponchos, like disposable ponchos before we go. Like seriously, like I brought one to record store day one day because it was like pouring out, and I'm like, shit, if I can't get under the awning, I'm gonna need this.
And if I still have this, I'm gonna have to tie a bag with
Oh
it.
yeah, that's right. But yeah, so we're gonna be in Nashville. This is gonna be a fun weekend for us because we've got the show tonight, podcast.
Yes.
We've got band rehearsal tomorrow. It's the
Yes.
first time we've seen Katie in like 2 months.
Yeah.
And then we've got the show on Friday. Hey, Karina's on break, checking in on Pizza World break. Okay. And so we got the show on Friday. That's gonna wrap up about 11 o'clock, and then we gotta pack up all our shit, figure out where it's going, get it there, and then head to the airport. Cause we're flying out at 5:30, or what's the other one? 7:30, 5:30, or 7:30? We're on standby.
Like 6.
6. Okay. Yeah, we're on standby for a flight to Nashville first thing in the morning. We canceled our hotel room because we're not going to be there for enough time outside of the venue to need the hotel room. Because we're literally like flying back at what time's the flight home? 6:30, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, so yeah, it's gonna be.
We're not sleeping.
It's gonna be a fun weekend. I don't think I have anything to do Sunday, thankfully. There is an event going on Sunday, and we've talked about this in previous weeks, and it actually kind of goes back to our pro-choice as fuck t-shirt debate and the donations to the National Network of Abortion Funds, because there is a flash tattoo thing going on nationwide that was organized by a local tattoo artist from a woman-owned shop who is, you know, and all the proceeds from all these tattoo places nationwide for these tattoos on Sunday are going to go to the National Network of Abortion Funds, which is the same charity that we are donating our stuff, our proceeds to for our, what do you call it, for our t-shirts. So I need to get that information up for you guys. I completely forgot what it is, what the website is to find out more about that. And I'm pretty sure I might be able to find it on Instagram here. So there it is, this one. I'm gonna mute this because that might have audio. Okay. Anyway, so My Body, My Choice Flash event, and you could go to mychoice.inc to find out who is near you and that's participating. It's a Flash event, so you pick something off the Flash sheet, and then you go, you get the tattoo, and that money goes towards the. Oh look, they got artists in the UK. Black Ink Rebellion Tattoo Co. in Cornwall, England.
That's what's up.
That's cool, man. They got
Nice.
This has gone international now since the last time I looked. But here in Buffalo, I'm getting down to it now. I'm gonna scroll all the way to New York. Here in Buffalo, there is Oak and Iron Tattoo, and it was Krista from Oak and Iron Tattoo who set this whole thing up. That's at 146 Franklin Street. Ink Spot Tattoo, 3811 Harlem Road in Cheektowaga. Omen Ink, which is at 2945 Delaware in Kenmore. And then for our Rochester listeners, we've got Easy Tiger Electric, 169 St. Paul Street. And Forest Ink Tattoos, 471 North Goodman Street. Nightshade Tattoos, 3159 to 3259 South Winton Street. And that looks like all the Rochester ones. So there's plenty of places in Western New York to go participate in this. So I'm hoping that maybe we could get back in time and I can actually go participate in this. So, you know, so that I can still put even more money towards, you know, National Network of Abortion
Definitely
Funds.
be back in time for that.
Yeah. I'm just hoping they're not charging way too much for that because I do have a tattoo appointment next month too. So, well, not next month, but September. So, but yeah, that's mychoice.inc to find out more about that. You can follow them on Instagram at MBMC Flash Event. And also check us out at livingbraindead.com. I just updated the website and put a new calendar up. I kept getting this like fixed security vulnerabilities. And it's like, you need to upgrade this plugin. And I go to upgrade the plugin, which was our event calendar, and it wouldn't let me. And so it's like, all right, let me just find a new event calendar. And I got that in, and now we've got our events now finally back on our website. So if you're looking to find where you can find the Living Brain Dead, you can tune into this show because we'll tell you every week. But you can also go to livingbraindead.com. Next time you can see us is this Friday night at Stamps, part of Karina's birthday show featuring TBO and friends. And you know, it's funny because like we're on at 6:15. We are the first full band of the night. And when I got told we were playing at 6:15, I'm like, why the fuck are we playing at 6:15? And then I realized like, oh, because Turkey Blaster Omega and Kaiser Solzie are on the show, and they definitely should go after us. So
yeah, I don't think we could top that.
No, definitely not. I mean, Turkey Blaster's fantastic. Kaiser is kind of a big deal, you know. Like that's a like I've seen that man play on one of the main stages at Warped Tour, let alone you know playing a little hole in the wall at Stamps. I've also hung out with him at you know a loft in Rochester. Well, bands that got canceled from the Green Jello show played. So, you know, it is kind of a big deal to have Kaiser Solzie on this show. And I'm super excited to be on a bill with Kaiser Solzie. I haven't seen Kaiser probably since that night. So it'd be pretty cool to like hang out with him.
And we haven't played Stamps in 2 years. So.
It's been 2.5 years since we played Stamps, man. November of 2019 was the last time we were there. Your first show, Brian was still with us.
Yes.
Oh, man. So, yeah, it's going to be... hey, don't forget to bring the banner tomorrow, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
We haven't brought that banner out since our first show, almost 3 years ago. August 3rd is the anniversary of the Living Brain Dead's first show. So not only are we celebrating Karina's birthday on Friday, we're celebrating 3 years of the Living Brain Dead. So that's going to be killer. And then, of course, I'm pulling double duty. I'm also with Yellow Sauce that night. So that's gonna be fun. She did me a solid though. She put us not anywhere near each other on the bill, so I have plenty of time to like cool off and change and everything after Braindead to get back on stage and do the Yellow Sauce thing. So, you know, looking forward to all that, man. It's gonna be a great show. We got Pro Choice as Fuck shirts back in stock. We've got the OG White Skull shirts back in stock. So. We do have some of our Shield t-shirts left, which are, we're trying to clear them out. We got like 5 of them left in extra large. So if anybody's looking for a cheap Living Brain Dead shirt, we got them for $5. I'm pretty sure we got them for $5 on the website right now too. So if you didn't want to wait till Friday or you're not coming Friday and you want one of those shirts, you can hit up shop.livingbraindead.com, pick that up, show your Brain Dead pride. We'll also have plenty of this shirt in stock here. We call it the distressed t-shirt because the upside down flag is a symbol of distress. I tell you what, man, if that guy didn't like our anti, our pro-choice t-shirts, or as he called it, a pro-abortion t-shirt, I wonder what he'd think about these, anti-fascist by choice t-shirts.
I feel the same way.
Dude, I appreciate his passion and I appreciate his willingness to fight for what he believes in because it matches mine. But we're on complete opposite sides. We're never going to disagree. It was completely a waste of everybody's time to have that conversation. I get where he's coming from. I don't know that he gets where I'm coming from. I think he thinks I believe in murdering babies or something. he's trying to be like, where do you draw the line? Like, so once a baby's born, it's murder, but 5 minutes before it's abortion? Like, nobody fucking said that. Like, there are limits here, you know? Like, the limit right now, I think, is 24 weeks, and I was reading up on it a little bit. I think maybe it should be maybe 20 weeks because babies can start to feel pain at 20 weeks, and apparently more intently than adults can. So maybe that might be a little inhumane. I don't know. But that's not my fucking decision. It's not my fucking problem. I don't want any say over what a fucking woman does with her body. Or anybody that could get pregnant, for that matter, because I know, there's the argument that, women are not the only ones who could get, trans men, whatever. But I don't want to get into all that, into the technicalities. You guys know what I'm saying. But it's like anybody who could get pregnant, it is their fucking decision what the fuck they do with their fucking bodies. Mm-hmm. Not mine, not yours, not the dude that's arguing with me on fucking Facebook.
Their choice.
Exactly. So that's why we got these pro-choice as fuck t-shirts, because we want to support women. We want them to have access to safe and legal abortion, regardless of what the Supreme Court thinks. So, I get in this argument with this guy yesterday, and it just goes on and on and on, and I just kind of stepped out of it. I'm reading all the comments, and like the only thing I'm doing at this point is just like, okay, this is what she said, but this is what she meant, like kind of correcting some statistics, just because it's like, we're having a fair we're having an open discussion here. I'm not the kind of person who's going to be like, oh, you have a dissenting opinion, block. If you have a dissenting opinion, you believe in it, like this guy clearly did, right? Like, if you have a dissenting opinion, you believe in it that much that like that guy did, and you're willing to sit there for hours arguing about it on the fucking internet, dude, I'm all for having a fair discussion with fair and fair statistics. So I'm seeing things like, okay, that statistic is not accurate. Let me see what this is, and I will correct it and be like, okay, this is just to be fair, this is what the statistic actually is. So, I'm definitely playing sides in like, I'm firmly on the pro-choice side of the debate, or pro-abortion as he tends to think it is. But I'm also like, if we're gonna have a discussion, let's have a fair discussion. So, bring me your dissenting opinions. You're not, I mean, Ryan and I have had this discussion, and you've been privy to this discussion sitting in the back seat, where Ryan and I will just talk about, everybody's got their minds already made up about everything. You're not going to change anybody's mind. And especially not, but you're especially not going to change anybody's mind by just fucking yelling at them and like trying to bash your point home. So I welcome a fair and open discussion. You know what I mean? Where we're not trying to, down talk each other, even though he did compare at some point of the conversation to like, oh, they used to say that about slavery. Like, dude, really? Slavery? I haven't called you a Nazi once. You're going to compare this to slavery? Anyway, we got a song for people like that. It's not the one we're playing today, but we will play it on Friday night for sure. That one made the set list. I think this is gonna be the first time since we've had all the songs for Falls Count Anywhere written that we're actually skipping a song from Falls Count Anywhere. It's a cover, but it's still like on Falls Count Anywhere.
Yeah.
We're gonna see a Falls Count Anywhere match, right? No, it's a Last Man Standing match.
Last Man Standing match.
Okay, yeah, that's what we're gonna see on Saturday at SummerSlam, provided the show happens in a thunderstorm in an outdoor arena.
Yeah,
I don't know what
they advertised it, so
I don't know what the contingency plan will be.
Yeah.
Like I literally texted you after I got the weather report, and I'm just like, "Hey John, I just checked the weather. You remember how last year's WrestleMania started?"
It's like, great.
Yeah.
Everywhere we go, it's got to rain. Even Pittsburgh or
I'll tell you what, man. If we, speaking of WrestleMania, if we don't go to Los Angeles next year, it's in Philadelphia the following year, so that'll be easy. We could do Philadelphia. We got people who live near Philadelphia we can hang with, so so that'll be easy.
Well, our plane got switched. I didn't tell you.
Oh,
You know, we were going to Chicago. For some reason, they're having delay on planes.
yeah,
Our plane's going to Orlando.
Orlando.
And so that back.
Okay,
It's going backwards. And we're going.
that's fine. We got plenty of time. That's fine. One of my friends literally was stuck in O'Hare for like 24 hours yesterday.
Jeff was like, if you get stuck in Orlando, just go to Universal.
Exactly. Exactly.
fun.
But I literally had a friend get stuck in Chicago yesterday.
It's like, well, we get stuck there, whatever. We're gonna miss Summer Seven and be in Orlando, whatever. I'm fine with that.
We're going to fucking Disneyland. Anyway, so we're playing a show on Friday night at
Yes, we are.
at Stamps the Bar, 98 Main Street in Tonawanda. It is Karina's birthday bash featuring TBO and friends. Thank you for the like, Todd Reinhardt. And we're gonna play a song from one of our fellow bands on that show right now. This is Jaynie Crash and the Tallmen, and this song is called Alex Ahente on All WNY, ThinkSoJoE Show.
You're cute, sweet like a lollipop, you only know 3 chords. You dress the part that you see on TV and pretend to know you are. You go through life never knowing that there's so much more. You wonder why nobody cares and everything is a bore. It's just a lost little soul, nothing to offer or do. How's it gonna feel when they start to walk all over you? Just like Elizabeth, I learned the right to choose. I've come to my decision. Life will go on without you. When you're riding my coattails, well, how do you like the view? And if I were to shrug you off, what would you do? Would you find another teeth to suckle onto? Or do you really think you can make it on your own? At the moment of truth, do you know what you do? Or would you find a way to succeed? Or would you become unglued? Just like Elizabeth, I earned the right to choose. Now come to my decision. Life will go on without you. Drink and smoke to oblivion to numb your perceived pain. What once was your escape has become your everyday. And you go through life never knowing when it's day or night, wondering why you never feel alright. You tell the world that you quit, but we all know the truth. And if you pull your head out your ass, I even smell roses too. Just like Alex Ahente, I earned the right to choose. I've come to my decision. Life will go on without you. In all my years of living, I earned the right to choose. I've come to my decision. Life will go on without you.
Jaynie Crash and the Tall Men, or as Leland said in the chat, Jaynie Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. Anyway, so Jaynie Crash and the Tall Men, that song called Alex Ahente on all WNY ThinkSoJoE show. We're playing with them right before them, actually, on Friday night. We went to the song break. John's like, I never heard of any of these bands, never seen any of these bands. I'm like, dude, they played Muller Mania. Yeah, dude, this is it's a split show. So there's like three acoustic acts and 3 full bands. So you've got lead uke, Jaynie Crash and the Tall Men, and Yellow Sauce, and you've got us and TBO and Kaiser Solzie, and we're interlacing those. So it's lead uke, us, Jaynie Crash, Turkey Blaster, Yellow Sauce, and Kaiser. So it's a nice little balance. It's going to make it nice and easy for changeovers and everything, especially because we don't fucking have gear. For the most part, you've got drums. But I'm not bringing an amp. Ryan's not bringing an amp. We're going to get there early and get set up with the sound guy and get everything nice and taken care of. My
Rehearsal song, maybe? Or
rehearsal song, hopefully, yeah. My goal is to get good live video of both Living Braindead and Yellow Sauce with good live audio. My current plan right now is we're going to record the audio through our in-ear system, and we're going to shoot video with a DSLR camera in 4K. So we're gonna have
4K.
good 4K. We're gonna have a good 4K video of Living Braindead and a good 4K video of Yellow Sauce. That is my plan. Hopefully. It's gonna be so like the main thing I have right now is like how are we running the drums into the mix, and the basic idea is I'm gonna go there and be like, yo, can you give me the same mix of drums you're giving front of house into my mixer through a monitor cable, and if not, then I'd be like, yo, let's just hook the drum mics up into our shit because it's already set up for John's drums anyway. So you know.
does he mic the drums?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, Stamps does a full fucking... the first time I did Yellow Sauce as like an actual like on-stage character with Yellow Sauce, Chuck was our sound guy, and Chuck came over and literally mic'd me like a drum kit. I'm like, dude, is this really necessary? He's like, yeah. Like, okay. So I'm sitting there with like overhead mics and a mic in my face, and I'm just trying to read a book. Like,
this is like some venues are like, okay, I'm just gonna hook the bass drum up. That's it.
yeah.
And maybe the snare drum.
I mean,
So-
the absolute
I mean,
worst.
do I really need a mic? Because how I play.
Well, I mean, the idea, the main reason we want mics at this show is so we
to
can
get
record
it
all our shit.
recorded.
Yeah, so we can
Gotcha.
record everything and have good audio for our 4K video. I'm still trying to like learn how to mix music. So like I've got one of our 80s covers songs from our EP that I've been just fucking around with for hours on end, just like, oh, no, this isn't quite right, you know. Just trying to like improve it ever so slightly, and then it's like, nah, I just fucked it up, and then let me undo that, you know, like. So I'm thinking at some point I might just call Jay and be like, Jay, teach me how the fuck to do this. Or alternatively, I might just have Jay come to the practice spot, be like, dude, set us up in the mixer, and if you would, set me up a good preset on my laptop to be able to mix this. So, you know, see what maybe I think if I gave him some money, he would do that. So I love Jay. I'm hoping Jake. I'm honest. This is what I'm hoping for the show on Friday. I'm hoping that Jay from On the Cinder comes out, and my childhood best friend Jay comes out, because they're both named Jason Wright. And I've told this story before, but like the first time I met Jason Wright was when we were recording the Ballad of Bob Paul, the first version of the Ballad of Bob Paul. And I went in to do my parts, and this engineer just knew had all these great ideas that were just perfect to make the sound perfect. And if you've got a copy of the original Ballad of Bob Paul, and that's not available online anywhere, but if you have a copy of that, there's a track called Pulled Over, where Leland and Ryan and Bob Paul get pulled over by a cop, played by me. And Jay, the way he set this up was like Leland and Ryan are sitting in chairs and Jay's got mics all over the place. So like you can hear, like it just sounds like it's coming from the angle it's supposed to be coming from. You know what I mean? Like it's just this entire like sound. Pulled Over is on YouTube. Okay, there you go. Go to the Yellow Sauce YouTube and find Pulled Over. It's so like the way Jay captured that is just incredible. We get out to the car.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
We get out to the car, and I'm like, Jay, I'm like, Leland, who the fuck was that guy? Because he knew who I was. He's like, oh, that's Jason Wright. I'm like, oh. I'm like, I didn't accept his, like, I saw him on Facebook and he sent me a friend request, but I didn't accept it because I have a childhood best friend named Jason Wright. So I'm kind of hoping they both come to the show. That'd be funny. That'd be Jason Wright, meet Jason Wright. But apparently Pulled Over is on YouTube. Let's see. Let's see if we can find it here. And if we can, let's go here because I already got YouTube open. So we'll just go YouTube. I'm gonna see if we can find Yellow Sauce Pulled Over and see if we can play it real quick. I got it on my computer. I don't know why the fuck I'm bothering with this, but come on. Yellow Sauce Pulled Over. Gotta love that mechanical keyboard sound. Apparently it's on fucking Spotify. I forgot to put it in YouTube. YouTube. Oh, I see. I'm on fucking... All right, I got it. I'm on Firefox. I'm not used to that. Here we go. Yellow Sauce Pulled Over. Play that. We don't have Yellow Sauce on the show, but we're playing with them on Friday. So here we go. Yellow Sauce Pulled Over.
Oh, nice job, idiot. We're being pulled over.
What? I didn't do anything. What the hell? Why are we being pulled over?
Shut up. Keep it casual.
Dude, don't say anything about the sauce, man. We'll be here all day.
Do you boys have any idea how fast you were going?
Yeah, dude, 55.
That's right, 55.
Alright, man, it's a 55 zone. What's the fucking problem?
Don't you get snippy with me, boy. You sit down now. Do you know why I pulled you boys over?
No!
Is that a banana in your back seat?
Yeah, dude. He's not for sale.
Do you boys have a license for that banana?
Officer, do you have a license for that banana?
You boys carry on.
Alright, yeah, whatever, dude. You too. Fucking jackass.
The laughter in the middle of that, I'm pretty sure we just popped Ryan with the, do you boys have a license for that banana?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So that's that was my introduction to Jay Wright of Flower House Studios of On the Cinder. We literally like went in, recorded the Space Wizard intro, and like Jay's just like super accommodating to me. He's calling me by name, and he's asking me about voiceover stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know who this dude is. So I'm like, Leland, who was that dude? And now Jay is like, one of my closest friends. I love that dude. And so, you know, I'm so glad that I had that experience in the studio with him, and then I finally accepted the friend request, and now like I hang with On the Cinder all the time. They're like some of my favorite people in the entire world. I try and catch them whenever I can. I did not end up going to that show a couple of weeks ago when they were playing right after the podcast. I didn't end up going. I was like, too much stuff to do, so I just didn't end up going. But no, those are my boys. So I'm hoping, like I said, Jay comes out, because I sent invites out for this show, because you can send like 50 invites out now. You used to be able to send like unlimited, but you can send 50 now. So I'm like picking and choosing, like, okay, this person might come, this person might come, this person might come. Yeah, he'll come, you know. So hopefully we get a good turnout, and hopefully people come out early, because we are on at 6:15 on a Friday night. That is ridiculously early for a Friday night. So. And we got to get there early, because we got to set up everything, because we got our in-ears. And we got to stay late, because we got to take everything down, because we got our in-ears. In any event, Karina sent us over a message for you guys. And I've got that pulled up right here. And we're going to play that for you right now. This is Karina wanted to basically invite you guys to her birthday party. Any second now. Oh,
Joe, hey John, it's Karina.
Let's start that over, because I had it muted. Oops.
Hey Joe, hey John, it's Karina. I am sorry I couldn't make a video recording to you guys. I'm so submerged in pizza, it's not even funny. I wanted to talk to you guys and let you know that you are invited to my birthday bash. It's Friday. It starts at 5 p.m. I don't know if you know, but you play at about 6:15 after Lead Uke, which is a Magic Tones cover band. Looking forward to that. Then we also have, you guys, and then Jaynie Crash and the Tall Men, then Turkey Blaster Omega, then you in Yellow Sauce again, and then Kaiser Solzie, and it's gonna be so fucking cool. So I really hope everybody listening comes to hang out with me for my birthday. It's only gonna be $5. It starts at 5 o'clock. Get there early. There will be drink specials, there will be pizza, there will be cake, and there will be me in a fucking tutu, because why not? All right, so I'm really excited to see everybody and get lots of hugs and hear some awesome music Friday night at Stamps. All right, so you guys have a good rest of your show, and I'm going to go make some pizza. All right, lots of love. Bye.
That show at 5 o'clock, doors open. Lead Uke is going on about, I think, like 5:30. We're on at 6:15-ish, and we've got some surprises in store. I hear there are going to be a lot of balloons. A lot of... Have you played with us and had to deal with balloons at Stamps?
Yeah.
Okay. So you already know what to expect.
Oh, yeah.
I am regretting starting the tradition of balloons at Stamps, because now I have to play at Stamps and do these, just deal with all these fucking balloons in my way when I'm trying to switch to, like, you know, my lead tone and shit. Like, come on, guys. Just, you could throw the balloons and shit, just keep them off my fucking pedals. But after pizza and cake, Karina will have to change from a 2-2 to a 4-4. Okay. And then pizza. Yes, pizza. Yeah, Karina's feeding us all. So... yeah, Danielle from Jaynie Crash and the Tall Man is also regretting my decision to start having balloons at Stamps. Oh, jeez. Leland's gonna stick him in my arms like he did to Brandon from Just One More the one time. I was there. I remember that. That was my show. Yeah. I don't know how we got started on the tradition of just having balloons at every fucking show. And when I wasn't in a band, it was a lot of fun, because it's like, you just throw the balloons, and and the goal is just like to hit them all back up on stage. And then and then the first time I'm playing Stamps and people are throwing balloons on stage, I'm like, what the fuck? Whose stupid idea was this? Was it the John Stamos party that we had that I first started the balloons? We literally did. So we were talking about this the other day. This conversation came up because a photographer friend of mine out in Rochester posted a picture of a guy who bears a small resemblance to Mr. John Stamos. And I get tagged in this because Dewey from Wyatt Coyne saw it, and Dewey was on this show. Jaynie Crash and the Tall Men were on the show, Yellow Sauce, and my friends in Arcadia were all on this show. And it started off as just like, oh, this is just gonna be a show. And we had this cool flyer that looked like a page ripped out of a notebook. All the band logos were hand drawn, which I didn't know at the time that I started making this flyer that the Yellow Sauce logo at the time was literally hand drawn. So it's like, oh, that made that much easier. I don't have to do anything with their logo, just put it on the page. And then for whatever reason, I found out it was the same day as John Stamos' birthday. And I'm like, John Stamos birthday party. And this was before I knew about the whole Bob Saget thing. Drink. Anyway, so we just threw this random ass John Stamos birthday party. And I tweeted to John Stamos to invite him to the party. And he liked the tweet. So we just went all in with this while still saying, John Stamos knows about this, but he's probably not showing up. You know, we are not advertising that John Stamos is going to be here. We are just throwing a celebration in honor of John Stamos, who is invited and could show up if he wants to. For free, obviously. We're not going to charge John Stamos to get into his own birthday party. So I spent like $45, and I got reimbursed for it, so it's all good. So Scott Leffler spent $45 to get 2 big posters of John Stamos, one young John Stamos and one like older John Stamos. And so we got a poster of young John Stamos on one side of the stage, poster of older John Stamos on the other side of the stage. And just in between bands, Chuck was playing Forever. And it's like he got the fucking memo. He understands what we're doing here. All right. And like people actually showed up like, so when's John Stamos getting here? John Stamos isn't coming. I mean, he might, but John Stamos isn't coming.
Awesome though.
So we're just sharing this story of like John Stamos, you know, the John Stamos birthday show, which was a great show. And like in the lead up to that show, I even like took pictures of all the bands and I put like the Full House font on them and like you know, starring Arcadia and featuring Jaynie Crash and the Tall Men and Wyatt Coyne and Yellow Sauce. Mark was prepped, primped, and prepared to sleep with John Stamos, but he never showed up. John Stamos did post a nude photo that day on Instagram, so it wasn't a frontal shot. You didn't see, you didn't see anything really. But and the reason I know this is because people are like, "Oh, John Stamos just posted this. Happy birthday!" Okay. Yeah, nope. John Stamos is in Los Angeles taking pictures in his birthday suit. He's not showing up to Tonawanda for his birthday show. And then my mom went and saw the Beach Boys in Tonawanda not too long after that. And and John Stamos had been playing some shows with the Beach Boys. He didn't show up for that one. He didn't play that show. My mom was a little disappointed. I'm like, yeah, I don't think John Stamos likes Tonawanda much. His birthday, and he's the one gifting us. Yes, exactly. I'm a straight male, but that was a glorious picture of John Stamos. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, but yeah, no. So that was one of my earlier shows too, and I guess apparently that's the origin of the balloons at shows, according to Leland. So. And then, so we would throw shows and bands would show up early and I'd just be like, yo, blow some of these up. And we'd just all be standing there just, just me and XM Priory just standing there blowing up balloons, balloon after balloon after balloon. So we finally got a machine that blows up the balloons for us. So now the hard part is you just got to tie off the balloons. Yeah, I mean, it is absolutely possible that that was the origin. If I had balloons at that show, that was probably the very first one. So, you know, and then, you know, we would always find excuses to make our shows into parties. So it's like, oh, you know, all WNY anniversary party, all WNY homecoming, all WNY, you know, New Year's Eve. We used to do a lot of. We did have a little bit of a tradition of doing Thanksgiving Eve at Tudor for a couple of years, but we never did balloons at Tudor. We would only do them at Stamps, and it got now, and that's the other thing, is like, if we're gonna be at Stamps after the show's done, and we are because we got to pack up our shit, we're gonna have to help clean up balloons. I mean, you might not have to, because you might still be on crutches. Hopefully not. But yeah, they make us pick up the balloons now. Karina, the last time Karina brought balloons to Stamps, she got the ones with the confetti in them, and Jen was pissed. Jen's like, don't ever do that again. So, Karina's bringing a shit ton of balloons. She's got my balloon machine, so there's gonna be a shit ton of balloons that we're all gonna have to deal with, every single one of us musicians playing at this show.
Balloon mania.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun to see them flying around and shit. It's not a lot of fun when you're trying to hit a fucking foot switch and there's a balloon in your way. So, you know, it is what it is, and it's all my fault, and you know, what are you gonna do? Maybe you could grab a balloon for your plane ride. Yeah, just set it behind my head. Just I've been traveling so much, man. I gotta get one of them travel pillows. You know, the ones you put around your neck. I gotta get one of them. You know, I could probably bring this with me. I got this mobile gaming clip 2.0 here. And what you do is you put your Xbox controller in it, you put your phone in, and you use your Xbox controller to play games on your phone. Which I ordered because it was like $6. I saw a deal for it. I'm like, ooh, $6. And then I forgot all about it, and I got a notification from UPS like, oh, your package from Microsoft will be on the way. Will be there on Wednesday. I'm like, what fucking package from Microsoft? What are you talking about? Package from Microsoft? What is this? Who's sending me shit from Microsoft? And I finally like went on my Microsoft account and looked into it, and it's like, oh, that's right. I bought that thing. I have a tendency to impulse buy stuff. Hence why I have a drum set coming tomorrow. It's an electronic set. It's a $379 electronic set. I showed you it before we went on the air. $379 electronic set. I got it for $200. Musician's Friend, stupid deal of the day. And then I'm sitting here like after I ordered it, like, fuck, I need a drum throne. Shit, I need drumsticks. Like, I can just plug it right into the board here and just play through the studio monitors. So I don't need like any kind of amplifier or anything. And I have one, just my kids got it right now. But like, yeah, it comes with an app. It teaches you how to play. So I'm gonna start trying to learn some of the basics, and then I'll be like, John, teach me how the fuck to play, because this app sucks.
I'll show you.
Yeah, man. So, grab a balloon for the plane ride. I'll tell you, it's not in here. It's downstairs somewhere. But I still have the original Sauce Month balloon. We had a balloon in here. We do Sauce Month like pretty much every August, because it seems like every August Yellow Sauce is releasing something. Mm-hmm. We're just finishing up an album. I don't know what the plan is for it. I'm not privy to that information. But I had a balloon, a yellow balloon, and I wrote Sauce Month on it. # Sauce Month. And like it's deflated now, but it's somewhere in my basement. I still to this day have that Sauce Month balloon. But yeah, I started that stupid tradition of having balloons at shows and Stamps. I love it when I'm not playing. I don't hate it when I'm playing, but like sometimes it gets annoying. So anyway, but yeah, I don't know. So happy anniversary to Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. Debuted as a single this day in 1987. So
Unfortunately, we won't be playing that.
No, it won't be on the set list. We do have some stuff that we're gonna play, some fun stuff for you on Friday. So, get out early, see us. We're at 6:15. We're playing at Stamps. And speaking of playing at Stamps on Friday night, is Turkey Blaster Omega. They're a couple of bands after us, and they are coming all the way the hell out here from Scotchester, New York. And I'm totally saying that at the show too. So anyway. And this is Turkey Blaster Omega. The song is called Wish I Knew on All WNY ThinkSoJoE Show.
On the days I don't feel like trying, or the days that you try the most, when it's a fire to just get out of bed, you're not much a girl, you're more of a ghost. And the voice that screams in the back of your mind asks, who the hell are you? You stand there sobbing, crying out, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Wish I knew. My mind is far away, and my spirit starts to break. The only light that I see is from the girl that I want to be. With the world full of walls, it's hard not to get realized. Feel yourself, try and try it. So drink it from the well that's running dry. Your tires are worn and your wires are fried. Go downhill with a cut brake line. So what do from here? Where do I go? I'm lost. So far away from home with a shovel in my hand and a half-dug grave. Surrounded by hundreds but alone. Oh, the same. My mind is far away, and my spirit starts to break. The only light that I see is from the girl that I want to be. With a world full of walls, it's hard not to get lost.
Turkey Blaster Omega. That song called Wish I Knew on All WNY ThinkSoJoE Show. We'll be seeing them on Friday night. They'll be hanging out with us over at Karina's birthday party. It's advertised as Turkey Blaster Omega and Friends, so, But John's sitting here like, ska band. Like, yeah, he's like, yeah, we're not going to top this. No, that was exactly my, like, I'm just like, why are we playing first? And then I'm like, that's right. We're playing with Turkey Blaster Omega and Kaiser Solzie. That's why we're playing first.
It's not, we don't think we suck. We're just...
No, not at all. You said your words were, we're not a shitty punk band, but Brian would disagree.
I disagree.
Brian always called us a shitty punk band, but he said it as a term of endearment because he loved being in this shitty punk band. And he loved not having the responsibility of being in a, Billboard charting, hard rock band or, another hard rock band that was completely somebody else's vision. Brian loved to just show up and play and hang out. And we get shows. We're not worried about endorsements, not worried about anything else. We just want to
play.
We want to hang out. We want to play.
Play our music, be on stage.
Exactly. And that was, what Brian loved about being in the Living Braindead was just, that is exactly how we operated, was we have no, we don't give a shit if we get big.
No, we don't care.
If we do, we do. If not, who fucking cares?
As long as I'm playing music, I'm on stage together with you guys.
We want to play music. We want to meet people. We want to spread the word, and if we can help some causes along the way, you know what I mean? Let's do that. So, we're talking about going on some tours and shit. Just basically weekend tours. We want to do and this will probably happen in 2023. I don't think this is going to happen this year because I think we're kind of, looking towards, we're booked this weekend, then we're booked in September for Music's Art, 7:15 p.m. on the Ganson stage, but be there at 11 o'clock and go see all the bands all day. Be at every single stage at all times all day. I don't know how you're going to do that, but be at every single stage all at once. No, but definitely when Music is Art comes up, we will do a Music is Art showcase and kind of point you in the direction of some good bands all throughout the day. But we are playing the Ganson stage at 7:15 p.m. You can see that on our website, livingbraindead.com. And then also we just confirmed, because we had a holdout and we no longer have a holdout, and we just confirmed we're going to be playing at Tudor Lounge in November, and we'll have details on that once I actually book that show. So it looks like if we're going to tour, it's probably going to be early 2023. And the plan is to do Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Rochester. And then maybe sometime after that do Philadelphia, New York, Syracuse or something, just kind of get out, get our name out there, get to meet some other bands and maybe bring them in for shows and shit too. Because that would, that'd be cool. Hey, I was asked to actually promote something going on this weekend and I have completely forgotten about it until just this second. So let me actually pull up this information. I opened that Pepsi and I have not drank any out of it yet. I just held on to it for a second, letting my warmth transfer into it. Not Instagram, I want Facebook. And all right, I was asked to promote, what's the name here? This is Poos the Puppet. And he's a living puppet and I guess a puppet master or something. I don't really know what the deal is with this. I wasn't told much other than he's from New Orleans and does adult puppet shows, and he is performing at the Buffalo Infringement Festival all weekend. That is going on. Unfortunately, I've got band practice tomorrow, and I can't. I was gonna go see Lazy Ass Destroyer. I haven't seen him in forever, and he's like, "Dude, I'm playing all weekend at Buffalo Infringement Festival." I'm like, "Have band practice, have a show." I'm in Nashville. Sorry, dude. But he's playing Music is Art too, so hopefully we'll get to see him then. But Poos the Puppet at Buffalo Infringement Festival. He's playing Friday performing Friday from 5 to 5:45 p.m. at the Hostel Buffalo Niagara, part of Movie and Music Night at the Hostel. Saturday, July 30th, 3 to 3:45 p.m. at Rust Belt Books. Saturday, July 30th, 4:15 to 5 p.m. at Rust Belt Books. And Sunday, July 31st, 1 to 145, also at Rust Belt Books. And you can find out more at poosethepuppet.com. That's Poose, thepuppet.com, for more info there. So I was asked to plug that. It's a friend of a friend, so there you go. Yeah, I'm unavailable for literally all of those. So, sorry, Poose. Maybe next time. But yeah, so, Buffalo Infringement Festival's happening this weekend, but I haven't paid any attention to it. I'm sure you can probably go to their website. And if I remember correctly, it is infringebuffalo.com. Let's find out. Infringe. Oops, that's on the wrong keyboard. I'm going to switch it back to this desktop now. Okay. Infringebuffalo.com. If it is, it takes forever to load. There we go. July 28th through August 7th. Infringebuffalo.com. They'll give you all the information of what is all going on, I'm sure. So yeah, infringebuffalo.com. Go check that out, and you can see all the events that he's got coming up over the next over the next 11 days. So schedule. There's a schedule. Let's look at the schedule, and we'll tell you what's going on. Let's see. I'm going to look at the 31st because I'm trying to find my friend, and I want to go see my friend. Let's see. I do not. I guess he's only playing the first few days, but Lazy Ass Destroyer is playing that. So if you're able to get out on like tomorrow or Saturday or something and go see Lazy Ass Destroyer, that's my boy from Cincinnati. Go check him out. Great dude, great performer. I miss hanging out with that dude. Like, I haven't seen him in a couple of years now, and he just recently had a heart attack. He's finally feeling better and out touring again and doing stuff. So really happy that he's able to do that. Unfortunately, I'm gonna miss him all weekend. But again, he is performing at Music is Art, as far as I know. So we'll see him then. But yeah, there's a ton of stuff going on for Buffalo Infringement Festival. Definitely go to infringebuffalo.com and see for yourself. There you go, Ryan. I threw you a plug. Anyway, oh, you know what? I might be able to go see Lazy Ass Destroyer tomorrow night. He is actually playing 11:30 to midnight at Nietzsche's. So after band practice, I'll come home, I'll watch Impact Wrestling, and then I'll head down to Nietzsche's. That sounds like a plan. Then he's playing at the Soup of Dissent as part of Throwing Fireworks into the Basement on Friday from 9:45 to 11 p.m. So you can actually come see us and then go see them. You might miss a little bit of Yellow Sauce if you do that, though, so don't do that. And then Saturday, unfortunately, we will. Dude, this is what we could do. Oh no, we're not home. Never mind. I was thinking Friday night, but Saturday he's playing from 12:15 to 1 a.m. at Mohawk Place. I was thinking, man, we could just go see him and then go catch her. But no, we can't because we're already in Nashville at that point. So, but there's a ton of great artists on the Buffalo Infringement Festival. Just skip the Friday portion, come see us, or go to the later portion of the Friday stuff. Look at Danimal Cannon's on this. There's some good stuff, man. You know who Danimal Cannon is, right? So, are you familiar with the video game Retromania Wrestling?
No.
Okay, so there's a dude from Buffalo, and his shtick is he does video game music. And I played this game called Retromania Wrestling. By the way, if you want ThinkSoJoE show merch.thinksojoe.com. See you later, Danielle. Thanks for hanging out in the chat, and we will see you Friday. I can't wait to see you guys and actually be on a bill with you guys again. And it's gonna be it's Karina's birthday party, but it's all my friends are on this show, and I love it. It's great. Next Friday, August 5th, 9:45 to 10:30. Danimal Cannon, who is a guitarist, producer, and chiptune performer, best known for combining guitar playing with Game Boy music. Now, I was playing this game called Retromania Wrestling that came out last year, and I beat the story mode, and I'm sitting there, I'm watching the closing credits, And it's like music by Danimal Cannon. I'm like, fucking Danimal Cannon, I know who that dude is. He's from here. He's playing on the Buffalo Infringement Festival next week, so go check him out. Got Digital Afterlifes on there, Days Ago. Lots of great artists to check out on this. Jay Aquarius, that's my boy. Justin von Strasberg, formerly of Tina Panic Noise. Carrie Faye's on the show, Lazy Ass Destroyer. Lots of artists on this thing. Mark Lee and friends. It's another friend of the show here. My rap name is Alex. Mike Hugh Farrow. Lots of great artists. Go check it out at infringebuffalo.com. Smitten for Trash, friends of ours. So yeah, that looks like a lot of fun over a course of 11 days, and unfortunately one of them happens to coincide with a day that we're unavailable, and also, 2 other days that we are by proxy unavailable. So, well, one by proxy and one by choice because we're going to Nashville. But Buffalo Infringement Festival. We didn't get asked to play. Nobody reached out to us. We probably wouldn't have been able to do it anyway. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe next year, Ryan. Maybe next year. And here every now and then, every once in a great while, I promote your The Struggle is Stupid, long name of a stupid podcast. Oh man, I'm seeing all the memories of we did the joint podcast with The Struggle is Real Buffalo Music Podcast. Hey, I said it right. How about that, Ryan Gurnett? Anyway, we did the joint podcast at Warped Tour, which was a ton of fun. Like, we were right by the local stage. They hooked us into the main board, so we were doing the entertainment in between bands at Warped Tour as people are walking in the building. You all right, man? You all right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You're just looking like, just want to make sure you were okay.
Oh, I was fixing me.
Okay.
Yeah, I was fixing that.
Fixing the bandana. Making sure it's all covered up here. I know. Hey, why do you think I wear a hat?
That was in my hair.
Why do you think I wear a hat, dude? If I used to have long hair.
No, it was like in my eyes.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I know how that goes too. Yeah, man. No, but no, that's why I wear a hat. Because I don't feel like shaving my head every day. So it's just, all right, let me just throw a hat on. But yeah, no, we were, we got to do Warped Tour, and that was cool. We got to introduce we got to do skits in between bands and shit. Like, as people are walking in the gates at Darien Lake, they just hear us on the, coming through the PA on the stage. Like, that was cool. That was so much fun. It sucks because like the shit didn't get recorded, so that whole day is fucking lost. But it was so much fun, and we got to do a live broadcast anyway, so people were able to like listen from home. So that it was still cool. And unfortunately, that was the last Warped Tour, so we haven't had a chance to do anything like that again. But that was pretty cool, and that was Kaiser Solzie actually hooked us up with that. So and Kaiser was mad at me, man. Like when I put out like, oh shit, no, nothing got recorded, including the interview we did with Warped Tour founder Kevin Lyman. He's, dude, are you fucking serious? I'm like, oh man, dude, Kaiser's pissed at me. And then the next time I saw him, he was cool as shit to me. So it's like, all right, that's in the past now, So I'm really looking forward to actually getting to see and hang out with Kaiser Solzie on Sunday. I haven't seen him in a few years. And of course, all the bands on the show. I've known the dudes from Lead Uke for 15, 20 years now. Of course, Jaynie Crash and the Tallmen are dear friends of mine and the show's and Karina's, and it's so cool to be on a bill with them. And of course, Turkey Blaster Omega, they're friends of mine out of Rochester. Particularly, I'm more specifically friends with like their lead singer Katie, but like, and she's been. I'm pretty sure we had her on the show at some point. And of course, Ryan's brother, our bass player for this show, his brother is their drummer. So it's a family reunion pretty much. And then, of course, we've got Yellow Sauce, which is, I'm in Yellow Sauce. And we didn't see each other for so long before we played like 2 shows right back to back last month. So it'll be great to... And they came out to Muller Mania, too, which was cool. You were there, that's right. Because we had gotten back from Cleveland, and I took you to a place called Maggie's, which... was a place that I went to with Yellow Sauce, and I'm like, guys, you have no idea where I was today. I'm like, where? Fucking Maggie's. Or not Maggie's, fucking Becky's. Maggie's is the place in Tonawanda that I met my ex-wife. Anyway. But, yeah, and of course, to be on a bill with Kaiser Solzie, who has been cool as shit and really supportive of this local scene, and, helped me have one of the coolest days of my life a few years ago. It's really cool to be on a bill with him, and I'm just looking forward to this show so much, mostly because it's mostly my friends that are playing. I'm there as a performer, but I'm also there as like, holy shit, it's my friends. It's Eric and Danielle. It's Ryan and Leland. But it's Dennis and Andy. Looking forward to this. It's going to be so much fun. And it's always great. We only see Katie, our singer, every couple of months too now. So it's like, oh man, we get to see it. We get to hang out with Katie like 2 nights in a row. That doesn't happen. Usually she's in, we do a band practice, we go to the show, play, and we don't see her for 2 more months. So, which is understandable, life happens.
Yeah.
I still have not taken a sip of my drink. But yeah, it's going to be so much fun to see everybody and to hopefully get some good recordings out of this for the YouTube channels, ours and Yellow Sauce's, because the thing, I realized Yellow Sauce literally on their Facebook page has 1 live video, and it's Flying Bison Part 3 live in Cleveland. It's like, why don't we have more videos of us playing live? All right, here's what we're going to do. You guys are going to plug into our fucking mixer, and we're going to record shit when we play this show with you on Friday. So, and then, of course, we're getting fed, too. So free food. Free food is always good. Anyway, we're not even an out-of-town band. She's feeding us. So... we got a few Rochester bands. That's cool as fuck, man. We got Turkey Blaster, we got Kaiser, we got Jaynie Crasher from out in Sodus. It's gonna be a good time. I'm also excited because Katie said she was gonna bring me a PlayStation 2 that she's no longer using. Mine's broken, so I was looking for one, and she's like, "I have one." I'm like, okay. She's like, "You want it?" Yeah. So I forgot all about it, and then somebody posted a screenshot of Mortal Kombat Trilogy today, and I'm like, hey, do you remember that you were going to bring me a PlayStation 2? So, hopefully I'll have that to look forward to when I get home on Sunday. Going to the show on Friday, I'm getting home Sunday. I mean, there's obviously a good chance we're going to stop here and drop some shit off, and... probably we could go both get showers if we want to, because that would kind of suck to go straight from playing a show to jumping on a plane and
yeah.
So yeah, we'll probably still come back here, but I don't think I'll have a lot of time to hook up and play a PlayStation 2. So but I got my new TV finally. I had a broken TV, and I reached out to customer service. I'm like, why is my screen broken? And they're like, okay, here's what we're going to have you do. We're going to have you turn off the TV, unplug it for 30 seconds, then you're going to plug it back in, and you're going to hold the reset button for 30 seconds. Did that fix it? No. Rebooting the software did not, refreshing the software did not help with this hardware issue. Okay, well, we'll just send you a new one. Okay. So I got the new one. I'm like, all right, I got this new TV. What the fuck am I going to do? I'm going to watch Deadpool, because Deadpool is now on Disney+. Deadpool, Logan, and Deadpool 2 are all now on Disney+, which has now sparked rumors that they're going to be working on Deadpool 3, which would be cool as shit. The Weird Al Yankovic movie just got a release date, November 4th, I think it is. Looking forward to that. I think Clerks 3 has a release date, but I can't remember what the fuck it is. So it's going to be a good year for movies, and I don't even watch a lot of movies. It's just sequels to movies I like, or movies about things I like. So I got to see this Weird Al movie. I got to see Clerks 3. What are you looking for? Are you looking forward to any movies, TV shows, anything?
I want, there's one coming out like Hocus Pocus 2, so.
I heard about that.
September 30th, so.
Okay, just in time for the month of Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I heard about that. That seemed to be pretty interesting.
And then Beetlejuice. I don't know when that hasn't been released yet, but.
Are they doing another Beetlejuice? Because everything I've seen has been like photoshopped flyers.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I heard something, but.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope they do it.
I mean, it was a fantastic movie, and it does have a huge following. So it doesn't make sense that they wouldn't eventually do a sequel. But I mean, after all this time, and I haven't seen the Top Gun sequel. I haven't even seen Top Gun, so to compare them. But I guess that did well. But like after all this time, like SLC Punk 2 was shit compared to SLC Punk. So like, is it gonna be as good as the original? And that goes for Hocus Pocus 2 as well. I mean, they just released Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe a few weeks ago. Did you see that?
No.
Okay.
No.
So I saw it and I liked it. I thought it was funny, but my old drummer, Ghetto Steve, he was like, man, this movie sucked. It was just trying to capture the original, and what's up with woke Beavis? Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, it actually wasn't that bad of a movie. It made me laugh. What the fuck more do you want out of it, you know? But yeah, I mean, but you got that whole nostalgia thing going on because you do have, Clerks 3 is going to be coming out, and Beavis and Butthead is coming back as a series on Paramount Plus starting, I think, August 4th, if I'm not mistaken. Which I'm kind of looking forward to that. Here's the thing, is like, you remember they tried to revive Beavis and Butthead maybe like 7-8 years ago?
Yeah, I heard.
Okay, so they tried to do a Beavis and Butthead revival on MTV, and because who watches music videos anymore, they were doing they were watching Jersey Shore videos, like clips of Jersey Shore and making fun of that. And in the new Beavis and Butthead series, apparently they're watching TikTok videos and making fun of those. So, I don't know. If you go on Paramount Plus, though, and you watch the old Beavis and Butthead episodes, they've remastered them complete with music videos. So I watched a couple of those. They don't have the full series by any stretch of the imagination, but the ones they do, I watched a few of them, and it's like, cool, man. The original fucking music videos, that's great. That's what I want. But, licensing and all that shit, right? So... Which is why, like, after a certain amount of time, if you haven't bought Tony Hawk 1 and 2 yet, you should probably do it soon, because eventually it's not going to be available because of licensing issues. Once those contracts run out with the artists, they're not going to be able to distribute this game anymore. So, if you haven't played Tony Hawk 1 and 2 on Xbox or PlayStation or whatever, or Switch or whatever, just maybe go buy it now. Might be a good time. I mean, I don't have any inside knowledge of when the fuck that's going to be pulled, but eventually it's going to be pulled. So, and that's one of my favorite games that's come out in the last few years. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Been playing the fuck out of that. I got Sonic Origins, which is it's Sonic 1, 2, 3, 3 and Knuckles, and Sonic CD. And I've played through that whole game. That game is not my favorite. I like Sonic the Hedgehog, and I like playing the old games, but it's like they didn't do a great job with these. They're remakes of the original games, but they're way too close to the original games. It's like, give me something new. I can literally go download Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on my phone, and it's more modern than this version of Sonic the Hedgehog they just put out in this $40 package of Sonic games. I did, for my first time ever, I beat Sonic CD. And I beat it with the good ending. I got all the time stones, and which, who the fuck designed that stupid ass special stage in Sonic CD? That sucked ass. Anyway. I'm just like, you know what? I'm getting motion sick playing this fucking game. I'm just gonna go play Mortal Kombat. All right. Speaking of playing things, I'm gonna be playing music on Friday night. John's gonna be playing music on Friday night.
Yes, I am.
And we're going to be playing music with Katie and Ryan. Our Katie and Ryan, not Turkey Blasters Katie and Yellow Sauces Ryan, but our Living Braindead Katie and Ryan. And we're going to be playing this song, which is definitely on our set list. And it's called Never Fuck With Cat Girls on all WNY ThinkSoJoE Show. That was the Living Braindead. I know those guys.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you're wearing the t-shirt.
Yeah.
Living Braindead. Never Fuck With Cat Girls, our latest single, available everywhere you can get music. You can even buy it on our website, shop.livingbraindead.com. Actually, go to livingbraindead.com. Just check it out. I'm so happy with how that looks right now, with everything. Like, we just we did put up a thing saying we were looking for a drummer and then or a bass player rather.
Wait, what?
A bass player. Sorry. We were looking for a drummer 2 years ago. And we found one. And we put up a thing saying we were looking for a bass player. And literally last Monday night, John calls me, "Hey, I got a bass player." You did what now? Already? Okay. So, and then he came to practice Tuesday. He fit right in. He already knew all the damn songs. All right, cool, you're in. And it's funny because his other band also just earlier this year released a 80s covers EP. And we're like, God damn it, we were gonna fucking do it. We're doing an 80s cover EP, and now people are gonna think we're just copying The Last Rain. Like, what the fuck? And now we've got their bass player, and we're still working on the 80s covers band. So,
it's got another 80s cover band cover.
I'll tell you what, man, because the idea was we had like 3 songs that we were already planning on doing, and we each were gonna pick a song. And we're like, yeah, if you want to pick a song, he's like, I already know what I want because I wanted to do it in the other band, they wouldn't let me. Like, all right, cool. So I gotta sit down and really listen to that song and learn how to play it. So
this will be his second.
His album. Second cover album for him. So I don't know if
double the work.
Which sucks because literally right before we found out that Ryan was taken off, we recorded a couple of the songs with the intent of having Katie record vocals and mixing them and putting them out as a single. So one of which you're going to hear on Saturday or on Friday rather. Definitely only one of them. Only one of them. Anyway. Leland already knows what it is. He asked me about it earlier. He's like, yo, you guys can play that Dead or Alive cover? Like, yes, actually. So, which we played at Walmart.
We got a really good reaction.
Yeah, that seemed to go over really well. That's a fun song, and it's a lot of fun to play. It's got a good groove to it, and like, I can't wait to play it again and play it in front of an audience again and have people hear it. And
this will be the first time we're performing it inside a building.
This is true. We were playing it outside last time. You know, I am so glad we're playing on the fucking silos, like inside the fucking silo and Music is Art. Because like if it rains or some shit, it's like, fuck, I don't want to have my pedal board out in the fucking rain. So it's like, I'm so glad we're inside a fucking silo. Yeah. I was at one of the Music is Arts, and Lost Elysium was playing. It was back when it was at Delaware Park, and like Lost Elysium was playing, and there's just thunderstorms, and so they had to stop like 3 songs into Lost Elysium's set, and so me and Brian are just standing there in the rain, like, because Brian was gonna play with a band out of New York called Transgender Jesus. And they had me like in like a suit, kind of waving a flag for them and shit. So it's like, all right, is that gonna happen? What's gonna, like, is Cute Is What We Aim For gonna play? And if not, thank God, fuck them. Anyway, we got in this huge thing, man, about just shortly before this about Cute Is What We Aim For. Because the lead singer of Cute Is What We Aim For said something stupid like, there's no such thing as rape culture. Oh, fucking idiot. So Brian and I just had this whole fucking discussion on the podcast. It like made all WNY news. Like literally Scott Leffler wrote an article and put it up on the website about us talking about this fucking idiot from Cute Is What We Aim For. And then we're at Music is Art, and they're supposed to be playing on the same stage that Lost Elysium's on, just, you know, like 2 or 3 bands later. And just the rain ended the show. It's like, dude, God doesn't want you guys to fucking play. If you believe in that sort of thing. But like literally because there was a thunderstorm, they could not continue with the outdoor show. So Lost Elysium could not do their set. I just remember like they're pulling up fucking like, you know, tarps and shit over fucking Brian's gear. And I'm just like, thank God we're playing indoors at this fucking show. Like, we are in the fucking silo. We don't have to worry about this too much. The pain in the ass is going to be getting our gear there. Because they're only letting bands dropping off gear over the bridge to get to Riverworks. But then, you know, you have to drop your gear off, get the fuck out of there. The traffic last year on that bridge was insane. So I'm just like, all right, we're going to have to travel lightly and like park and bring our stuff across the bridge by hand instead of fucking trying to drive over there. That's going to be the easiest way to fucking do it. And then you've got to deal with house kit. They're rentals from fucking like Allentown Music. Like they're good. They're in good shape. You'll be okay. They provide cymbals and the snare. You don't have to carry anything. You literally do not have to carry anything.
They provide symbols.
They provide, yeah, it's all in the fucking documentation I have.
Symbols.
Yeah. It's all in the documentation I have, dude. It's all set up for you. I mean, you could bring yours, I'm sure. I'm sure they wouldn't mind. Yeah, I got the documentation, man. I'll send it to you.
I'm probably gonna get to bring my own pedal, because I'll be able to play double kick by then.
Right. I'll send you the documentation. I'll show you. They'll tell you what they all have. But you know, we have to basically. I have to bring my pedal board.
It's the fact. I mean, it's not the fact that. I mean, I don't have a problem with it.
Right.
It's just
you play.
You're so used to your own kit.
When
you play something different, somebody else's kit, it doesn't feel right.
It's actually been a discussion in
It's a drummer thing.
It's actually been a discussion in the group chat among all the bands. There's a representative from every band on the show on Friday in this group chat, and like one of the first questions was like, "Hey, can we all just share drums?" I'm like, "Nope, not happening."
It's just a drummer thing. It's just you're comfortable with your own stuff. Then you sit behind somebody else's kit. It's like,
So Katie from Turkey Blaster apparently missed that whole part of the conversation. Like, hey, are we backlining anything? I'm like, well, we're not using amps, and my drummer is using his drums for our set, and that's it. But if you guys don't want to bring drums, Stamps has a house kit. And I've sat behind that house kit. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. I don't know much about drums, but it looked like it was in okay shape. The only reason I sat behind the house kit is because for some reason it was on stage at an acoustic show that I was playing with Yellow Sauce. And I'm just like, okay, I guess I'll sit behind the drum kit. I'll sit on the drum throne. And then the fucking sound guy didn't come mic me, so I had to go get my own fucking mic. Like, get the fuck up off your ass and do your fucking job, dude. And I'm told that the guy we have Friday night is the good one. And I talked to him at Muller Mania about everything that we have with our setup. He's like, yeah, that's easy. Like, okay, cool, perfect. So it's just a matter of how we're gonna do our how we're gonna get drums into our mix for our recording. But that's there's a couple of options we can do with that. So I feel like I'm crushing a bottle or something. I don't know. I'm hearing like all kinds of noise over here. I don't know. So anyway, speaking of noise, I'm sitting here, I'm trying to do voiceovers, and all of a sudden, I just hear boom, 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 boom. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I hear my neighbor, which is my landlady's dad. My landlady is on the other side of the ocean right now. She's in Ireland. But, so I'm thinking, I got the whole house to myself. It's going to be nice and quiet. I can work all day, all night. I don't got to worry about shit. And I'm trying to do some work. And I just hear her dad, who lives next door and you know, does all the repair work around here. I hear him talking very loudly right outside my window. He's pounding on the fucking house for some reason. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. I'm just trying to record, and all I can hear is boom, 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 boom. I'm like, I mean, it literally sounded like this over and over, like, you know, but like, oh, I can do this now too. Anyway, new toys. Anyway, so, but like literally, he's just, I got a guy like, when are you gonna get this voiceover to me, dude? I'm like, whenever it's quiet enough for me to do it. I can't help you, man. I'm sorry. I don't know what the hell this dude's doing out here. So that was fun this morning. I don't know. He's just right outside my window, talking loudly on the phone, on speakerphone, pounding away on whatever the fuck he's doing out there. And literally, I looked out the window, I saw him, he was hitting the house for some reason. I don't know what he was doing. I was like, dude, nobody's home. It should not be noisy. It should literally be like the quietest it's ever been, because nobody's upstairs, the dogs aren't home, the dogs are next door, like, so it was ridiculous. And and at this point, it's like 9:30 in the morning. I haven't been to bed. I'm just like, I have to get to sleep. I have to get up and do this podcast. And like, you know, I can't be sitting here waiting for this dude to finish whatever the fuck it is he's doing because I still need to record this, this revision. I need to record for Yellow Sauce. I had all this other shit I needed to do, and I'm just like, fuck, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, man, I thought it would have been quiet, but no, anytime he's out there with the fucking dogs, he's in my backyard, right outside my window, like, dude, why? Like, you know what I do for a living? I don't know if anybody realizes how shitty my sleep patterns are, where I'm not sleeping until like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, but like, still, who's making that much noise at 9:30 in the morning? Anyway, I digress. I finally got all my arcade 1-up stuff set up in the next room over. So I've been like just popping in there to play Mortal Kombat every now and then. First night I did it, I pulled up Mortal Kombat 3 and I pulled up NBA Jam Tournament Edition. And I'm like, press start here, press start here. And I literally let NBA Jam just sit there while I beat Mortal Kombat 3. I beat Mortal Kombat 3, I go back over to NBA Jam in the middle of the fourth quarter, and I came back and I won. So I beat Mortal Kombat 3 and won a game of NBA Jam at the same time.
Task.
I really only did it because I wanted to have both of them going at the same time and just hear like that nostalgic late night, like mid 90s, midway fucking arcade sounds, just like Mortal Kombat 3's going, NBA Jam's going. I really want to get. I was watching a video of, do you remember WrestleMania, the arcade game? I don't know if they really had one, like the actual arcade machine around here, but it eventually got released for like all the home consoles at the time. It was the digitized, like the Mortal Kombat style WrestleMania wrestling game with like Bret Hart and Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, Yokozuna, Dwight the Clown.
I used to remember the arcade games like that, wrestling ones.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I've played that one.
Okay, so WrestleMania, the arcade game, is a hell of a lot of fun if you know what you're doing. I've never actually played the arcade machine. I've played, the emulator of the arcade version, and I've played the PlayStation version and the Genesis version. I'm watching a video yesterday from a channel called Wrestling Bios, one of the few wrestling channels I don't work for, even though I have volunteered to, work for him if he needs me to. So, but I'm watching Wrestling Bios, and he's given his review of all the different versions of WrestleMania, the arcade game, and he's actually got one of his arcade 1-up Mortal Kombat cabinets converted to play emulated games, and one of the games on there is WrestleMania, the arcade game, and WrestleMania, the arcade game's made by Midway. It's got digitized wrestlers like the Mortal Kombat characters and the NBA Jam players. And it's the button layout is exactly the same as Mortal Kombat. So it's like, dude, that is a great idea to fucking get a Mortal Kombat arcade 1-up and just redo it as a WrestleMania arcade machine. So I'm like half tempted to try and find an older Mortal Kombat, like one of the original fucking Mortal Kombat 2 arcade 1-ups, get a riser, and just reprogram it to fucking run WrestleMania the arcade game. Just because that seems like a shit ton of fun. It is literally, it's not really a wrestling game, it's more a fighting game, because you're literally like, down forward punch is a move, and forward punch is a move, and back kick is a move, Like literally Street Fighter controls in a fucking wrestling game. So, or more accurately, I guess Mortal Kombat, because it's the 5-button layout. But like, yeah, that game was a shit ton of fun. I'd totally love to fucking get an arcade 1-up and fucking retrofit it to that, but that's neither here nor there. But I got my little arcade thing set up, and Ryan's like, dude, is that the fucking Mortal Kombat? It's got Paperboy? Like, yeah. He's like, dude, I fucking love Paperboy. I'm gonna come pick you up early one of these days this week, and I'm gonna fucking play Paperboy. Like, okay, dude. So I tried playing Paperboy. I've never played it before, and I was just doing fucking terrible at it. So, I don't know about this. Ryan's like, I sent him the control scheme, and he's like, yeah, that's weird, man, but it'll take me a minute, but I'll get it figured out, and I'll fucking play the shit out of that game. Like, okay, cool.
I haven't played that since like 7.
Yeah. I don't know, like I always saw the ads for it for Nintendo and shit when I was a kid, but like I never actually played the game until like Ryan was gushing about it. And I was like, I gotta play it now.
It's a good game.
I'm like, I should be going to bed, but I'm gonna play Paperboy right now. I also tried to play Joust, because we were talking about Joust is one of the games on there, and I played it for a minute. I got on the high scores. I was like number 48 on the high scores. Like, this game sucks. It's got fucking Clacks, which is like a puzzle game. That's okay. Rampage, which is you're like a fucking dinosaur or a gorilla or some shit, and you're like breaking down buildings and shit. Which I never played before, but I always saw it on like the game show Nick Arcade. I don't know if you're old enough to remember that show, but
yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so Nick Arcade was a game show, 2 teams of kids, and they would it was a trivia game, and they'd have to move the character Mikey across the game board by answering questions. And if they couldn't answer the questions, then they would go and they would play video games. And one of the games that was frequently featured on there was Rampage. And I'm like, I got to play Rampage, man. I never played this before. I was not very good at that either. So I'm kind of sticking with the Mortal Kombat games that are on this machine. But they got Tapper, Root Beer Tapper, anyway. It'd be cool to have Tapper and just have a big Budweiser logo. This Bud's for you, right on the screen. Anyway, but then once whoever had the most points at the end of the game would get to go into a game, and they'd have to collect like 3 orbs and defeat the final boss. So that show always looked really cool to me when I was a kid. Like, I want to go on this. I want to go be in the video game. Like, it was just literally just like a little set that was just completely painted blue, so that they could superimpose the video game in there, and you'd have to like the kids would have to like look back at the screens to be like, where's this thing I'm trying to reach for here? We should go on fucking Legends of the Hidden Temple now that it's back. Or alternatively, we need to go on The Floor is Lava. We were talking about that before Brian passed, going on The Floor is Lava on Netflix. Which I believe, I haven't seen it yet, I haven't watched the 2nd season, but I believe there is an episode with the Best Friends from AEW as a team. Orange Cassidy, Chris Statlander, and Chuck Taylor, and Trent. Apparently we're a team on The Floor is Lava. And if you haven't seen the show...
I haven't seen the show.
Okay. The show is exactly what it sounds like. It is an adult game of The Floor is Lava. They have a whole like pool of lava, and your goal is to. It's not real lava.
Okay. I was gonna say like, whoa, okay, they're really challenging people to death there.
Yeah, I'm sure Netflix's insurance would totally sign off on having real lava in the fucking room.
You get the best friends on there, you gotta give the people what they want.
Right. So the goal is you get across it's basically an adult game of The Floor is Lava. You have to like grab some objects and get across to the other side before the fucking lava like engulfs the entire floor. And if you fall in the lava, you're dead. Not literally, but you are out of the game. You do not continue on with the game. The rest of your teammates go on without you. But it's a very fun show, and I know Katie and I and Brian were talking about we need to go on the show, man. And then I think I found the fucking casting call. Like, here, we could do this, and then we just never did. It was either that or Legends of the Hidden Temple. We found the casting call for it, never did. But it was definitely one of those. We're just like, we got to go on this game show, man. I really want to go on Don't Forget the Lyrics. I think I'd be really good at that show. I'm sitting there watching that show, and I'm just yelling at the fucking TV, no, you fucking idiot! That's not the line! Either that or, like, Name That Tune. New Name That Tune, that's on Fox. They're both on Fox, actually. Lots of music games on Fox now.
Jimmy Fallon hosts one of them?
No. Jane Krasinski hosts Name That Tune, and Niecy Nash hosts Don't Forget the Lyrics.
Oh, okay.
Jimmy Fallon does have a music show, and I can't think of what it's called off the top of my head.
It's kind of like...
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to guess what he's playing.
Yeah. Name That Tune is based off of the original Name That Tune. And it has like the whole like, you know, bit a note where you're going back and forth like, I can name that tune in 3 notes, you know? And you got Randy Jackson playing the piano.
Randy Jackson.
Randy Jackson.
Oh, dog.
Yep. And also Beat Shazam is another Fox music game show hosted by Mr. Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
Mr. Jamie Foxx. That's a fun show. I like that. Your goal is to, you know, they play a song and you just have to guess what the song is before everybody else does. So I don't miss these shows. I watch them like every week. Like I don't watch them live because I'm obviously watching Monday Night Raw because I get paid to watch Monday Night Raw basically. Which, you know, with everything going on in that world, that might get interesting going forward. So maybe we'll see some shit happen at SummerSlam that might not normally. ThinkSoJoE, you're our lucky today. Our team gives you a promo code for 10 viewers for a whole day. Oh, look, spam. Anyway. Yeah, we're not tired of advertising because we don't fucking advertise. We're lazy. What fucking kind of podcast do you think this is? Anyway. Oh, man. That's the fun of streaming on Twitch. You never know what's going to pop up in your chat box. Anyway. So, yeah. Yeah, those are game shows I want to go on. I would totally love to do The Floor is Lava, though. That looked like a ton of fun. Of course, you know, our dear friend Lexi was on Killer Camp on the CW. That was a reality game show before she was killed off in like the 4th episode. So. Yeah.
I'm really surprised you haven't heard anything from Laura.
She's probably busy today. Maybe my landlady kidnapped her. My landlady is in Europe right now, so.
Sure, I had enough of her crap.
She probably met my landlady at the airport and started talking shit about me, and my landlady's like, fuck you, he's a good tenant. She beat the shit out of her. I don't know. I have no idea. No idea. But, yeah, landlady's in Europe, so I got the whole apartment to myself, but I still can't get away from noise.
Nope.
I don't know, it's ridiculous. I'm just like in here, I'm just yelling at the top. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, Rich? Like, trying to fucking work. I don't know if he could hear me, but maybe he thought I was doing a voiceover and just was ignoring his pounding on the fucking side of the house while I'm trying to fucking work. I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but whatever. Anyway, one more song and then we got to get out of here. We got Kaiser Solzie. And this is a song from his latest EP. And you can catch him Friday night at Stamps the Bar, 98 Main Street in Tonawanda. That is $5 at the door. It's 21 and up with ID. And we're on that bill, The Living Braindead. Of course, I'm on there with Yellow Sauce as well. Jaynie Crash on the Tall Men, Lead Uke, Turkey Blaster Omega, and of course, Kaiser Solzie. And this song's called Traveler's Song. And we will see you next week on All WNY ThinkSoJoE Show.
Traveled past the mountains and the oceans also high. I think about the times when it all just worked out right. Now it seems that I could never ever see those days. It seems that I would always end up playing stupid games. I think about you every day. What would it do if I was just to say that I'd be about you anyways? But I would always sing. We traveled past the highways, those street signs abroad, was drinking whiskey shots, singing songs all night long. And now it seems that I could never find my way back home. It seems that I would always be on the open road. think about you every day. What would you do if I was just to say that I'd be about you anyways? But I would always